almost as many months that has been destroyed by Ukraine.
There's the postman. It's weird. Doing the dishes. Lol. Nothing, I can't believe it either. I can't believe it.
Got to this point. Got to this point.
If the postman doesn't arrive today, I'm going to be pissed.
There is a backdrop here that for decades the U.S. has had issues.
I'm going to go get my charger.
Dealing with asylum seekers across the Mexico border. In recent years, those issues became almost a breakdown of the system, particularly under the Trump administration, where there was no longer adequate funding or support from legal processes for dealing with migrants and asylum seekers, but instead you had things like the wall with Mexico. You had the emphasis on these massive detention centers and on separation of families. So the Biden administration inherited effectively a broken system, and in combination with that, especially since COVID, you have had a surge in migration and asylum seekers coming from Latin America as part of the global wave, the largest number of refugees that we have had in world history because of conflicts across Asia and the Middle East and conflicts in Latin America, economic problems, environmental problems, which are mounting. So it's quite a challenge for the Biden administration, and there have been record numbers up until December of migrants and asylum seekers trying to cross the border. And Homeland Security, which is the department that is overseen by Alejandro Mayorkas, is on the front line of that. But I have to emphasize that this impeachment, and the reason why I call it a political statement, there's no evidence. The Republicans didn't even try to charge an impeachable offense for Mayorkas. They effectively said, we disagree with your operations. We disagree with how you're trying to deal with this. Therefore, we're going to impeach. Well, if you will go to the U.S. Senate, where you would have to have 2/3 to vote to convict Mayorkas. The Democrats have no majority in the Senate, and it's highly unlikely that even the
Chip,
Democrats
toodaloo.
would vote alongside Republicans, even if the Republicans held together to get rid of him. He will be acquitted, and he'll continue to serve as Homeland Security Secretary, and there will be absolutely no effect. No
Just emptied the dishes.
impeachment process.
Didn't take long.
Operational matters in terms of policy. What it does, however, is it's a white noise attempt. And by white noise, what I mean is it has very little to do with the issues on the border, but it's an attempt to amplify and magnify the idea of disorder and of discontent in support of Donald Trump's campaign. Because most House Republicans now are Trumpists. And that's really at the core of what's happening here. Let's do one thing to illustrate this. Last week, after 4 months of negotiation, the U.S. Senate,
You can't believe it's not butter, lol.
which had $20 billion of border enforcement alongside aid to Ukraine, to Taiwan, and to Israel. The House Republicans rejected it. Effectively said, we don't want this money for border enforcement. Less than a week later, what are they doing? They're impeaching Alejandro Mayorkas over the argument that there's not enough border enforcement.
Professor Scott Lucas from University College Dublin. Thank you very much indeed for your analysis. Thank you. On to the UK now, where figures just out show inflation remained unchanged last month, despite an increase in the energy price cap. The Office for National Statistics said the rate at which prices were rising was 4% in January, the same as it was in December. Forecasters had expected a slight rise to 4.2%. The biggest upward factors were rising gas and electricity costs. The biggest downward pushes were furniture and food. Anna Desmond is a senior economist at Ulster University Economic Policy Centre. I asked her what she made of the latest figures.
So I think it's quite remarkable again that we've seen this slightly lower than expected inflation rate. It's come down significantly since what we experienced last year, which is welcome for both businesses and individuals. And again, markets are expecting this to further fall to in and around that target rate of 2% later this year. So again, some positive news for people across the UK today.
And what do you expect the effect to be on interest rates?
It's a difficult one to say. We talked there slightly about the impacts on core inflation and services. Inflation still remaining high, which will give the Bank of England cause for concern to cutting interest rates too soon. However, again, with news in and around GDP figures tomorrow, that might put a little bit more pressure on the bank. But expectations at the moment are that rates will remain unchanged for the next couple of months before a cut later, maybe towards the summer and especially towards the end of the year.
So, I mean, in terms of the overall, the inflation rate's obviously come down since last year, but people are still feeling it, aren't they? What are the main effects that people have on their spending power? Because obviously prices are still going up, inflation's come down, but still prices are still rising, aren't they?
Yes, prices are still rising, but just at a slower rate than what we had previously experienced over the last year. We had some quite positive news in that we've had strong wage growth in the UK, actually slightly stronger than both in the Eurozone and across in the US. But that's not to say that people won't have been feeling the pinch in the years previous, throughout 2020, 21 and 22. So people will have gone through a difficult time, and this is perhaps allowing people to rebuild their finances a little bit. But the wage growth will be welcomed, but maybe not necessarily in the...
What's happening on YouTube? No one's really talking this morning.
...last number of months and years.
And in terms of how things go forward, I mean, obviously government...
Just waiting for the postman.
...election year, so they're watching these kind of figures very closely. What sort of surprises might there be that you might think, actually need to keep an eye on this, because that could affect things in the next few months?
Yes, so a couple of things here. Rishi Sunak, one of his pledges was to halve inflation by the end of last year. That was delivered. So again, both politics and the Bank of England will be closely watching the inflation rate, but also, as I mentioned before, GDP figures coming out tomorrow. Again, linking back to one of Rishi Sunak's promises to grow the economy. We've been talking about, the potential technical recession. So again, that's something that will be on the outlook and horizon coming into an election year. Will be the prospect of over the next couple of months, balanced with inflationary pressures and interest rate figures. So plenty to look out for over the coming months.
NATO defence ministers have gathered in Brussels for a two-day meeting with a focus on supporting Ukraine. Also on their minds are Donald Trump's comments at the weekend, which he said he'd encourage Russia to attack NATO countries who are not investing enough in defence. Well, within the last few minutes, NATO's Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg has...
Even a cat knows I'm on smack. If you think that, order me a drugs test. If you think I'm on drugs, order me a drugs test and we'll go from there. Have I got a job yet? No, I haven't. You know that. Literally, if you think I'm on heroin, buy a drugs test for me, because that's one of the worst things you could accuse someone of taking. You know? I swear there's like a drug epidemic and everyone's on drugs. You sent me a stool test, that's how much shit you chat. Well, alright. Come on, what's this weather? I thought you were talking about snow. They keep talking about snow, but we don't get any.
Moving from the south northwards and eastwards. Now, in between them, we will see some brightness developing across North Wales, the Midlands, into East Anglia. But you can also see where we've got the clearest skies. And here we're looking at temperatures between about 6 and 8 degrees, much milder for Northern Ireland, the rest of England, and also Wales. Well into double figures, 14 and 15 at best. Through this evening and overnight.
Yeah, well, we got snow one year in January. I mean, in July, so it's possible.
That will be heavy and persistent across Northern England and Scotland, and it's going to be quite a mild night. That milder air pushing.
I volunteer on YouTube. That's my job.
It was -4. Tomorrow morning it will be +5. So talking of tomorrow, we've got our fronts moving north. All this mild air coming up from the near continent before later this weather front comes in, bringing in some more rain. So another fairly cloudy day for most. The rain continuing to push northwards across Scotland. Then we've got a second front coming in later, bringing in some rain as well. But ahead of it and behind it, some brighter skies. But tomorrow, somewhere across eastern England, the southeast East Anglia could hit 16 or 17 degrees, with the mild air pushing further north across Scotland as well. As we move from Thursday into Friday, the weather front bringing the rain eventually pushes away, the wind changes direction, the temperatures will dip a little bit, but it will still be mild. There goes the rain, a fair bit of cloud left in its wake, with again 1 or 2 showers here and there, but equally there will be some bright weather too. So temperatures, instead of being 16 or 17, will peak at about 14 degrees. You can see too across Scotland into Northern Ireland. We still are looking at
Even when you walk, even when you are working, people don't believe you.
some brighter rays developing, but later on we see another weather front sweeping in to the west, bringing in some rain and strengthening winds as well. Temperatures 6 in Norwich to about 13 or 14 in south of England and South Wales.
Travelling can be so much more than a holiday.
It's about diving headfirst into new experiences and seeing the world with fresh eyes.
Where each destination tells a unique story.
And every encounter brings a new perspective.
Because of all of these amazing places are made so much richer by the people who live in them.
So unleash your spirit of adventure and join us for a deeper understanding.
Right.
The Travel Show. Watch on BBC iPlayer.
This is BBC News. The headlines. Voting in Indonesia ends. Unofficial results have strongman Prabowo in the lead. Reports of a military order to evacuate a hospital in Gaza as the UN warns an Israeli assault in Rafah.
There's no such thing as a night shift. You must be new on the working scene. I used to do night shifts, not all the time, but I've done some.
Latest data shows the inflation rate is unchanged at 4%. Protesting Indian farmers have clashed with the police after resuming their march towards the capital, Delhi. There were chaotic scenes at the Shambu border between the northern states of Punjab and Haryana, where the farmers were stopped on Tuesday. Farmers are demanding minimum guaranteed prices for a range of crops, debt relief, and a withdrawal of cases registered against some of them during previous disputes. Our correspondent Nitin Srivastava highlighted the severity of the situation.
Well, the situation is getting more and more serious, and it is
He sounds too sharp and awake to be a night shift worker. Yet all you see is his text. That's fucking weird.
Which were into negotiations until only 2 days ago are adamant, and there seems to be no resolution as of now. Delhi has already become a fortress in the last 2 days. Which is India.
That's right, I've never worked a day in my life.
But also is the fact that Delhi,
I've never worked in a theme park. I never worked at Silverstone Racetrack. You know.
Last time when year-long protests happened in the city,
My name is indeed Christopher.
all farmers came from all the border sites neighboring the state, neighboring the city, the capital. So, and that is a situation that the government is actually trying to avoid. But the farmers say,
Oh, that's a brutal shifts, man.
for their demands, they feel betrayed. They say that in
12-hour shifts. He works 58 hours, 48 hours a week.
but nothing concrete has emerged from the government yet. So the situation remains as serious as it was.
I was a litter picker.
Issue the demand for guaranteed prices.
Yes, of course.
I was just a cleaner. I just went around with a group of people tidying up bits of rubbish.
Been there for almost 4 years now.
Like you take you clean the grandstands and then you clean underneath them as well.
They've seen lots of
I've got agoraphobia, psychosis as well.
the reason why they say
You don't have to believe me. I'm not really seeking validation at this point.
the farmers are the ones who have never been looked after by the government policies. Everybody else is apparently benefiting, and that's why they say that we need some sort of guarantee in terms of crops and the yield, and also they're demanding loan waivers for the farming community in India, which runs into millions and millions of dollars if you take into account.
Psychosis makes you believe things that aren't real.
Damage can this cause to the sector, and also then is it going to affect
That's one way of looking at it.
food if the farmers continue to protest like this?
Well, yes. So
Yeah.
what happens is this is the season when the harvest is being done, and we've seen it the last time when the protest happened. Farmers, I mean, there were tens and thousands of them.
Yeah, that must be the reason. That must be it. It's just an excuse to be lazy.
Because they were actually taking
That's right.
here in protest and
You
go
caught me
back
red-handed.
and then come back again. It was a very organized kind of a protest which we saw back in 2021. As of now, the more than 400 farmers unions claim that about 100,000 farmers are set to be arriving in and around Delhi in the next
Oh dear.
If that happens, then obviously there has to be some mechanism which they would have put in place back in their fields, in their farms, to keep the stuff running.
And how damaging is it for the Indian government to have these scenes happening at the moment?
Well, yes, the last time when it happened, there were more than a dozen deaths. The entire capital had come to a standstill. There was problem in ferrying essential goods into the capital. The transport was affected, and Delhi and the adjoining areas were millions of people, commuters, who had a harrowing time for months and months. Medical services were disrupted for some time. Then some normalcy was brought in. So yeah, it becomes a nightmare for the administration and
Do you?
situation. Borders being sealed, commuters facing a harrowing time, public transport running onto full capacity, actually more than that, overflowing rather. So it is a difficult and challenging time.
North Korea has hacked into the personal emails of a member of the South Korean president's team. It happened in the run-up to President Yoon's state visit to Britain in November. North Korea's hacking abilities have become increasingly sophisticated, and this is thought to be the first time it has successfully hacked an official working in the president's office. Our correspondent Jean Mackenzie has more from Seoul.
This hack was first reported by a newspaper here in South Korea this morning, which said it had the information from a high-level government source. Now, this source had told them that a member of the president's team had their emails hacked just before President Yoon went on a state visit to the UK back in November of last year, when he met King Charles and Queen Camilla and met the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Now, this source claimed that not only were the details of Mr. Yoon's itinerary leaked, but also emails from the president himself. Now, we've spoken to the presidential office about this today, and they have confirmed to us that yes, this hack took place, but they wouldn't disclose what information was accessed in the hack. They were very keen to point out to us that this did not mean that their security systems had been breached. They said that this was down to one of their employees' careless actions, because this employee in question had been using their personal emails to conduct work business, so to plan some of this trip. Now, we know that North Korea is increasingly using cyber hacking, and its methods are becoming more and more sophisticated. It tends to have two reasons to hack. The first is to steal money, so that it can earn money for the regime, because North Korea is under very strict international sanctions, which means that it can't earn money in conventional ways, and so it steals sometimes large sums of money, recently cryptocurrency, and it's thought that some of this goes towards the state's nuclear weapons program. The other reason it hacks is to steal state secrets, so like this hack that we've seen today, and the ultimate goal of that is thought to be to get access to sensitive weapons technology that it can use to advance its nuclear weapons program.
Fertility regulator is investigating after an NHS clinic took months to tell more than 100 women that their frozen eggs and embryos could have been damaged. Some of them had had eggs harvested because they were being treated for cancer. Guy's Hospital in London says a manufacturing fault was to blame. A rocket launch to take a robotic lander to the moon has been called off less than 2 hours before liftoff time. Company SpaceX said the delay was due to irregular temperatures in the methane load. The next window for the launch from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida is on Thursday. The privately owned Nova C lander is carrying instruments to study precision.
It's a special brew kind of morning. Agreed. What's up, Dan Analytical?
A mum who found herself providing round-the-clock care for her adult son Declan, who lived with complex medical needs. Since then, more than 100 families have told the BBC that the NHS is not providing enough vital support for severely ill adults and children.
Special brew for... Oh, you did a night shift, didn't you? Big up the night shift workers.
Children are both severely disabled. They've just returned to their Bridlington home from the day centre. And for the next 6 hours, the 78-year-old will be providing all their care on her own. Natalie has cerebral palsy, and Andrew has a genetic brain condition that means he has uncontrolled seizures.
He needs total care, somebody with him all the time. You can predict signs, but not always.
Night shifting Andy. 76-year-old mum looking after her 2 kids because they got cerebral palsy and shit. That's brutal, man.
For NHS continuing healthcare, which funds support outside hospitals. As with
It's not fucking right.
Contacted us, Margaret says getting enough NHS help is a constant battle.
I feel there's no understanding of circumstances. No understanding whatsoever. There's no empathy.
I've got a coffee, no sugar, no milk. My first coffee of the day.
They used to live in Dorset. opposite, where Andrew got 24/7 care. For 2 months after they moved to North Yorkshire, they got no help at all. His needs haven't changed.
I was having to care for both of them full time. Everything. 24/7 care. I would just fall asleep in a chair whenever I sat down. And I'd wake up and they'd be sitting there waiting for dinner.
More than 100 families have been in touch with us, and several things.
I do not work night shifts yet, I type here.
There's huge variation in the support that people get depending on where they live. What appears to be the arbitrary nature of many decisions, and really worryingly,
Makes you think, man.
the desperation of those families.
NHS data demonstrates the postcode lottery faced by families trying to get continuing healthcare. In some parts of England, 50% of adults who apply will receive funding. In other areas, it's just 10%. Let's have a look. The NHS in North Yorkshire now provides Andrew with weekday and overnight care, and it's looking for staff to help at weekends. It says it endeavours to provide the most appropriate supports. Margaret calculates she's still on her own caring for 60 hours a week, and that's having an impact on her physical and mental health.
Just my son and daughter, and I love them to pieces and I've cared for them all their life, but you're just where you are.
This video is sad, man.
And the NHS, which is juggling rising demand and staff shortages, says decisions are based on individual cases,
You know what I mean?
with national guidelines ensuring
What are you
a
looking at?
consistent approach. Alison Holt.
I'm going to go to the toilet.
In response, the government says that these care packages are delivered by individual care boards, and because of different health needs, there will always be some variation in eligibility across different parts of England. The Democrats have won a special election for a New York congressional seat left vacant by the expulsion of Republican George Santos. Tom Swartzy win over Matsi Phillip in a suburban district is a boost for the party in the lead up to November's presidential election. It also chips away at the Republicans' slim majority in the House. The Australian state of Victoria is cleaning up and restoring services after 2 natural disasters. Unpredictable fires, many sparked by lightning, are said to have destroyed dozens of homes in Western Victoria. Several major blazes are still burning, but favourable weather conditions are now helping firefighters. And more than 200,000 Victorians are still without electricity after storms tore down power lines. Now, with big elections around the world this year, including India and in the US, there's plenty of concern about the way artificial intelligence and deep fakes could be abused and used to spread mistruths. In fact, it's already happened. Last year, an AI-generated fake audio clip of the London Mayor Sadiq Khan was shared hundreds of thousands of times online. The clip was so convincing that it inflamed protests in the real world. Our disinformation and social media correspondent Mariana Spring reports.
Last November, Sadiq Khan was the target of a deepfake audio recording.
I control the Met Police. They will do as the Mayor of London tells them and obey orders.
It was deliberately made to give the impression that I'd said what I hadn't said, but it looked and sounded so authentic. We did get concerned very quickly about what impression it may create.
The timing explains why the clip went viral. Whether or not a pro-Palestinian march should take place on Saturday the 11th of November, Armistice Day, was a source of political tension. The march went ahead, but there were concerns the faked clip fanned tensions at a counter-protest.
We almost had serious disorder that weekend. As it was, there were elements of the far right there. Police officers were injured, arrests were made. But just imagine in a different scenario where there's more toxicity, or for example, in a close election, close referenda, times where there's disharmony in a community, the impact a deepfake audio, an AI-generated audio or video could have.
I hunted down the suspected creator of this deepfake, an account named HJB News. The man behind the profile, Henry, called me on the phone. He refused a recorded interview, but he did allow his words to be voiced up by an actor based on my notes.
All of the evidence I've found on social media suggests you were the first person who posted it. And if you weren't the first, then at least you were one of the very first.
No comment.
I'm trying to report just real news.
Well, except for the fake clip of Sadiq Khan.
Well, yeah, but it's not all fake clips. It's not all fake clips. We post news that could be real with a sense of humour.
Other social media users who played a part in making the clip go viral did show remorse though.
Foolishly, and to my detriment, I put it out.
What was the reaction when you first found it?
Well, within an hour, 200,000 people had seen it.
I think between 11 and 12 o'clock is the best time for a night shift worker to go to bed. Yeah, you too, Anna. Just sitting down there waiting for the postal.
And wider repercussions.
And it's deeply upsetting to your other two daughters, but not wife. It's far too easy now for people to
What's up, Mr. Lemon? Not a lot, mate.
Not going to criticise my profession for not being moving fast enough to address some of the challenges that this brings. The current rules we have around copyright, IP, criminal law aren't fit for purpose.
And that will be the worry of some politicians as elections unfold across the world this year. How AI technology can be easily manipulated to spread something you never even said. Mariana Spring, BBC News.
The President of the Dominican Republic has warned that neighbouring Haiti is on the verge of civil war. Luis Abinader told the UN Security Council that Haiti's collapse because of gang violence could soon become irreversible, and the Dominican Republic would fight to avoid being dragged into the same abyss. He called for the immediate deployment of a promised multinational force to Haiti. Italian climate change activists have plastered images of flooding on a glass panel protecting the Botticelli masterpiece. There was no damage to the 15th century painting, Birth of Venus, at the Uffizi Museum in Florence. Police arrested the pair. One of the activists accused the Italian authorities of preferring tougher punishments for protesters over working to avert climate disaster. The Italian Parliament has increased penalties for anyone damaging cultural monuments. It's almost 5 years since the spire and Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris collapsed during a devastating fire. Since then, the cathedral has been obscured from view, covered in scaffolding, as restoration
Hello, Susie.
taken. Finally, once again, as Hugh Schofield reports from Paris.
Hello, Susie. Hello, mate.
5 years, the scaffolding will not down, revealing for now just the very pinnacle of the new spire, surmounted by a cross and a statuette of a golden cock, just like the one that disappeared in the blaze.
Et là, de le voir maintenant, voilà. So it's 5 years since I saw the fire. It was a terrible thing for France. When I open the window in the morning now, I can see the spire. It's beautiful and much better than before.
The spire is made of oak beams, and for the craftsmen and women, the last...
Susie, in.
Soft metal, malleable enough to show the beauty of life beneath. After this phase, it's the rest of the roof that will need to be covered. New safety mechanisms cut the risk of another fire.
When they said after the fire that the cathedral was restored and operational again within 5 years, there was a great deal of scepticism. Well, it's now 2024 and
Your little barky dog.
does seem on course for the
Barky dog. Barky wolves.
They're very aware here that the eyes, not just of France, but of the world, are on the cathedral. With resurrection, a much needed sign of hope. Hugh Schofield, BBC News, Paris.
There's new evidence suggesting more apes are capable of human-like antics. The scientists say they've compiled the first detailed proof that they like to tease each other. The new studies of bonobos, chimpanzees, gorillas and orangutans showed behaviour in juveniles, including elements of surprise and play. Evidence mostly one-sided teasing.
Blackberry gelato. Blackberry gelato.
Hundreds of volunteers have been helping to follow the same route no matter what's in their way and always return to where they were born. One road near Bath in the west of England has been closed by the council for 6 weeks so the migration can be managed. Our correspondent Dan Johnson reports.
If you've got toads on your road, you need Toad Patrol, an after-dark volunteer protection force.
They like it best when it's not too cold, so it's over 7 degrees and it's like this raining.
Really got to get your eye in.
and sort the leaves from the frogs and the toads.
So the daily exercise is running down the road in front of cars, and this one fortunately wasn't going too fast, so I rescued the toad.
It's not just toads.
That's a frog and that's a toad.
Yeah.
A wet evening brings all the amphibians to the pond.
If we didn't do it, then I think there'd be a lot of casualties down the lane. So we're doing our bit. We're helping these.
XL Bully in the house.
Their lake.
Oh, it's mating season, but the road poses a risk. It's a slippery one. Until these hands help ensure a safe hop across. Is it alive?
Yeah.
So it's
You swam?
Not everyone makes it. The sisters Isadora and Iris sadly found out.
We're looking for frogs, toads, newts. They're kind of migrating to where they were born to mate. Because of this road here, they get run over.
Cause of death is clear, but species can be in question.
We found a dead frog on the road. It was a turd, Iris. I think it was a frog. No, it was definitely a turd. It was a frog. That was definitely a turd. That was a frog. No, that was definitely a turd. It was big, watered.
Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
They can actually close the road for 6 weeks, but that's not possible.
Blackberry gelato. I didn't get to try this flavour, but now I do.
Last year, 115,000 toads and frogs and newts were saved. So that's actually quite a lot to think about it. That they individually been picked up and taken across the road.
Stop it.
It's a deluge. They've had 5.
Why am I singing Spice Girls?
Thousands, what do you say?
Spice Girls. Spice Girls, you know. That was a different brand, Dan. They were a different brand. These ones are good.
Dan Johnson, BBC News.
Giving tributes from around the world for one of Britain's best loved broadcasters, the BBC DJ
Jimmy Jazz.
who died at the age of 69. He delighted listeners of Radio 2 and before that Radio 1.
Jimmy Jazz hands.
His final programme, a special Valentine's Day edition of his Love Songs programme, was broadcast on Sunday. David Silto looks back at his life.
All right, now just after 2 o'clock now today, have we got a lot of stuff for you?
Steve Wright in the Afternoon, a programme that spanned more than 40 years of radio history.
Stand by studios, action!
It was only just over a year ago that it came to an end, but this afternoon, Radio 2...
Lack of drugs quick eliminates Spice Girls from your brain. No.
It's really hard to know what to say about the news of Steve Wright's passing, except we are all absolutely devastated.
It is a shock. It was only days ago listeners heard this sign-off from his Sunday Love Songs.
And I'm back for more love songs next Sunday. Oh, is she really? Are you open? Oh, great!
And for those who've worked with him over his years at Radios 1 and 2, he was more than just another DJ.
Yeah. DJs are actually underrated. They've got a local DJ, I don't know his name, but he does like 12-hour shifts of music back to back. No talking.
A lot of us tried to be as good as Steve Wright, but no one was that good.
Steve Wright,
That style, the posse, Mr. Angry, voiceover man, it was zany, funny, and at its peak it had 7 million listeners a day.
and the bride is 107.
I think it was just because it was something different. It was slightly subversive. There's a little bit of satire in there. And it wasn't like, there you go, that's the great sound off.
Behind the fun and laughter was a radio perfectionist.
He wasn't necessarily...
I did see that, although I don't call him that. I know what you're talking about.
He was a quieter person. I would say almost an introvert, quite shy. And that meant that...
We're going upstairs in a few.
Friends with him, it was very, very real.
I'm going to have some green teas. You alright, Suze? What you doing, baby dog?
Because we can't believe that life has gone.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Top of the Pops.
He did present Top of the Pops and a few TV shows, but his home and where he shone was behind the microphone. Steve Wright, professional.
I've got a face for radio. 54, fucking hell.
And now it's time for a look at the weather with Carol Kirkwood. Hello again. For many of us today, it's going to be fairly cloudy.
That means he was 64 years old.
But the north of Scotland's seen something slightly different. Here we've got clearer skies and fresher conditions.
No, he's 74.
We've got these weather fronts moving from the south northwards and eastwards. Now, in between them, we will see some brightness developing across North Wales, the Midlands, into East Anglia. But you can also see where we've got the clearest skies. And here,
I don't know. I'm gonna say 40s. If I keep on drinking, I'm not gonna reach some 40s. I think.
Evening and overnight, our bands of rain continue to push northwards, taking cloud with them as well. Some of that will be heavy and persistent. For example, this morning in Aboyne and Aberdeenshire, it was -4. Tomorrow morning, it will be +5. So talking of tomorrow, we've got our front.
We're going upstairs. I'll turn the heating off, Susie. Turn the heater off, mate.
For later, this weather front comes in, bringing in some more rain. So another clearly cloudy day for most.
Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. I missed Pancake Day. I'm having one more coffee. I missed Pancake Day. Hello, Muff Muff. You alright, baby cat? Baby kitty, a pretty kitty. Oh. Take care, Anna. We're in my room now. My pen landed. Blackberry gelato. These ones are pretty good. Like, there wasn't many flavours left, and I didn't get to try this. So yeah. I'm going to be stoned in about 10 minutes time. That's nice. Now, Veli, you're thinking of the last ones. These ones are better. These ones have better packaging. These ones are from America. Like, the guy makes his own as well as selling. He makes his own as well as selling. And the last ones he made weren't very good. But last year, I was smoking some fucking really strong ones that he made. Sounds healthy, yeah. They're like terps and distillate oil and then something else. But these, I don't know how these are made. There's the same ingredients. Ingredients: distillate 9, distillate delta 9, terps, blackberry gelato. They're the only ingredients. Did I go to the doctors? Nah, they came to me. Like, I see like multiple people. Some of them are important, others aren't so important. There was this guy who was like a psychiatrist for me, and he said he was going to get somebody else to take his position, but he never did. So basically, the psychiatrist couldn't handle me. I don't know. He's changed jobs. That's what he says. But he never gave me a new psychiatrist. We didn't even go too deep into anything. We just talk about things and ways to help you cope with psychosis. You know, I've got like a whole fucking folder full of shit from him. Should I go through it and pretend to be him and give you guys a psychosis lesson? That would be a pretty funny thing to do. Yeah, all it took was one drag and I'm a little bit way. Very nice. I still got some Stardog. I haven't got a lot. Let's have a look. Jack should be giving me 50 quid today. I'm going to use that to buy another vape pen. I've got fuck all here. Got a couple little scraggy bits. Got a tiny bit of hash there. I still got quite a bit of hash. I've got 14 grams of hashish. $14 of hashish. It's going to go into a cake. I'm going to make a brownie. Yeah, why don't you stop taking drugs? Yeah, Dan. You should have went on holiday with that 5k that you won though, Dan. I'm telling you. You won 5k on slots. I remember watching. And all I was thinking was, Dan needs to go to Thailand like tomorrow. If you ever win 5k, get a passport and go to Thailand. And just get drunk there. You have time of your life, man. Weed's legal as well. I want to go to Thailand. Smoke trees. Did it hit? Nice. Yeah, the pens are alright. Yeah, it landed. The pens are okay. This one's... It's a bit darker than the other ones. But it's, yeah. Well, that's just an example. I was saying that myself because I want to go there. And I also want to fucking smoke weed there. Find a wifey, mate. Is anyone in Bjorn's Discord? I doubt they are, but there might be someone lurking who is. I want to know what he's up to. Yeah, you're probably right. Better places to smoke. Is it your birthday, is it, Dan? Dan. Veli. Is it your birthday? Oh, Valentine's Day. My controller's charged fully. Let's see if the pen wants any charge. No. Right. The date I went on Valentine's Day, I went to go see SpongeBob. You're the first movie. That's how long it was. The first movie. Oh, I need to tell the guy it arrived. I forgot. Where is it? Mulder, have you started playing GTA 5 at all? Because I saw you boot it up the other day. People aren't going mental about Tomb Raider remaster, but they did with GTA. I can see why, but I swear there was an audience for Tomb Raider games. Splash, splash, I was taking a bath. What's up? It's Gav here. Right.
The problem I have with most horror games is
World's worst dangerous places. Oi Miyakon, Chinese jungle. It looks like snow. No jungle. Oh, King Bob's Burgers is on YouTube. I might have to watch that later. I've got some smoke, Chris, mate. I'm taking it easy. I'm hitting the pen. I'm taking it easy. I'm hitting the pen. I've only had a few hits. I don't want to keep. I don't want to waste it. I don't have any money, so. I've got the pen and I've got some weed. Not a lot, less than a gram. It will do though. Oh yeah, I need to tidy my floor because I'm going to hoover, apparently. Everything's basically tidy. I just got to pick up a bit of washing and a few tissues. Watch a series called Alice in Borderland. I keep thinking you're talking to me, you know. Where's all my bitches on Valentine's Day? Where's yours? Woe is me. That's a pretty sick song. Woe is me, vengeance. Is that how you got on your mind now? Thailand. You got Thailand on the mind. Oh, that's fine. I want to see the wooden temples. What am I up to? Hopefully placing an order online. I don't really know what I want. All the good stuff's been purchased. Maybe I should just buy 7 grams of some random weed. And then next time I get some, I can go to that vendor. Because there's 2 vendors I want to try. One of them's got like blue cheese. PS5. I think I saw them for, I can't remember. I think it was like 400 and 375. That's how much I've seen a PS5 for. I'll be buying mine from Amazon, probably paying full price. I reckon by next Christmas the price is gonna be like $350. And that's when I'm gonna buy one. That's a fair price for a PlayStation for 5. I give Jack weed and stuff. I gave him some hash yesterday. The rest of the hash I'm keeping pretty much. I might smoke a gram of it. Less than that. You can get a PS5 for 300 in CEX. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Dan. Got to keep it down. You received your PlayStation Portal yesterday and it's lush. So what's that? It's a portable PlayStation that allows you to play PS5. That lets you play a portable device on your PS5, but you can't take it outside. You can't use it outside. You've got to be near your PS5 to make it work. It seems a bit pointless to me, but then I'm thinking to myself, maybe it means that 2 people can use the PlayStation at once. Maybe it means that. I don't know. Yeah. Tired. So what day are we on? Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday. What have you used the portal to do, Ben? Yeah, but your Wi-Fi is not going to take you on a car journey, is it? All right. It still doesn't seem practical. Steam Deck. Damn. It's just King of the Hill and Bob's Burgers being advertised today. Bob's Burgers is pretty good. The movie was alright. I don't really remember what happened. I watched it probably quite stoned. I just say stoned now because I don't really know. Fucking guy I saw yesterday was like saying that I shouldn't smoke weed. It's the only thing that's making me fucking positive. Positive vibes and that. 14 viewers. Yeah. Oh no, I feel so bad. Happy Sunday, mate. Why is there no sound?
It's a machine gun. Get a good old gun run there. Yeah. Is it enough firepower? Democracy! I'm grabbing my ammo. I'm doing my part. Wrong franchise, but I like the enthusiasm. Very close. Basically. Capsules enough. Rounds, ammo, stims, no, it's funny because this is more similar to the books of Starship Troopers. Gosh, dude. I love the sound of the eagle, too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's three. I need 3 shells. I need 4. I found it. Wait, I've got a turret. I've got a turret I can set up. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We got a lot of bugs. Run, run, run. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Okay. It didn't kill my turret, did it? Is your turret okay? Oh, no, I think my turret's gone. No. Alright, I'm starting the artillery. It was a complex situation. It's alright. I'm back. Welcome back. You lost this turret. Loading. If I call it resupply, is that our is that all of us? Yeah. Okay, gotcha. What is ammo into it too? Where you have like AP Sabos? Yeah, there's like napalm, Sabos. Oh, we're missing one. What the fuck? I found it. Oh my god. That has to be. Can you throw it? Can you throw it? Can we Halo flag drop, flag take it? You can do that with the explosive barrel, where you can just toss them out and cap it out. I mean, sorta. It's kind of faster. Oh, yes, yeah, he's doing it. Look at him go.
Is it true I'm doing the London Marathon this year? Oh yeah.
Flag captured. Oh, there's actually Red Dot here, or First Person here still festival. How to? Middle Dot. Oh, what the? That's nuts. Oh, that feels interesting. GMR actually was pretty fucking cool. Alright, resupply. Let's get to this big bug hole north south. That's a little disappointing. Okay, there's another shell right here. Yeah, yeet. Oh, that went right in. We got the same one. Damn, my grenade used time isn't long. Oh,
I've got no crisps, mate. I've got none. Good to see you though, baked crisp. Good to see all of you, to be honest. Happy Wednesday. I wasn't feeling too great today, and I thought, fuck it. They probably would. I reckon people would be more likely to work and shit if weed was legal. I've seen people be like, "Oh, I smoked weed all my life. I'm never gonna quit weed for a job." I've heard people say that in like a group job interview, and all I'm thinking is you just keep quiet about it, because I look like I'm on drugs. Like, no myth. I look like, I don't know. I look like I've taken drugs before. You know what I mean? So someone said in an interview saying like, they were looking at me and other people in the thing saying, yeah, if you we can randomly drug test you, and if you fail, then you don't have a job anymore. But to see our reaction, you know. I can't remember what that was for, but I did like an interview, and then I did some paperwork, and then like I didn't even get the job in the end. Just bullshit.
Not going to trust that icon. Okay, orbital. I'm going to try to orbital it. No, I didn't hit it. Oh my god, why me? Got you going. I'm out. Okay. It's dead though. Is it? It's not. Shoot his asshole. Oh, you bitch. Reinforcing. Oh my god. Is it still alive? Yeah. Oh, its armor is destroyed. Fuck. Oh shit, small one's on me. That was so alive. Did that kill it? Yep. Call him DL there. You beat your right. I do that quite a lot.
I got all of them. I got all the Valentine's Day cards. Feels bad, man. Oh, it's probably sent you one. Shut up.
So the game is like mixed on Steam right now. Why is that?
Special brew.
Yeah, people are really above the kernel level of Steam. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like jumping into this like, this is not bad. Maybe.
You should want to send a second message. I'm going. Something's happening. The package is getting taken there, but I don't know when. Cheers, chin chin, Odin. I wasn't expecting that to rhyme. I need a shave. I need a wet razor, man. There's one here. There's some here I can use. New clean ones, but there's one. We got one blade. Like I'm probably gonna go to the market. I think. I'm smoking blackberry gelato pen today. That's what it's calling itself. They call it that because that's what the Terps is using. It's something like that.
I'm saving for that one. There's also a walking garage. You should be banned from these. Anything within the red category, stop.
The laser and the broken are really cool because they will actually target it.
Oh yeah, I see that. It'll sweep over to that's cool.
Many things.
Okay, one guy cheated on this. He has 999.
Yeah.
So we're
I'm gonna beat it.
You're gonna beat his top score.
At one point, I was just hitting nothing. It's
What? I did it correctly. Oh, that was weird. I did it correctly and it was like, no. Or maybe I just did another one.
Want to get a helmet, yeah?
No!
I'm thinking of buying a 1999 G-Shock watch for a couple of hundred. I don't know what the fuck that is.
This is gonna be fun. This will be their first encounter with stalkers. Speaking of stalkers.
Oh, invisible left.
Here they are. We call them invisible.
New pens are nice, man. Because for the first few hits, it just tastes really good. Tastes proper pure.
He worried that when we got him to the
By the way, I see a sample in there. Is that a flamethrower? Oh my fucking god.
Can I try the flamethrower?
There's this thing you can do called blinking, yeah? It's where you get one of these. You get things like these, and then you take a hit, and you keep hitting it until this starts beeping or flicking. Like the light will flash to say that it's overheating or it needs charging. And that's what blinking is or something. There's some American thing, like I haven't had many products that have been able to do that. But the 510 carts are sick.
Flying Jeep in the air or some robot? Oh, spitter behind us. Got him. You got it. Yeah, that's
Lord J's done a banning or something. Thank you, Belfast.
Oh, we need support. We need support quick. Yep. Throw an orbital. I got you. Loaded. Oh, shit! Oh, no! Oh. What the fuck happened? Charger got us. That guy's so fast. Charlie!
Crushers cook?
Land on him. Land on him. Oh no, he's still on. I couldn't see where he was.
I was off of it. I spawned in fire.
I heard you scream.
Yeah, I'm alright, Jim. Just watching some people play this new game. It's called Helldivers 2. It's like Starship Troopers.
I don't think I can kill him with the flames. We need the sludge thrower back. Oh, he's dead. Alright, he's dead. Alright, where's our police house? Yeah. Calling your rocket. Recall.
Did you grab all the samples of drugs?
PCI's cold. Good morning, yeah.
I think we have all our hands there.
There should be something.
I did drop ammo.
It looks good.
Oh my god.
Lol, happy Valentine's Day. That's funny. Happy Valentine's Day, sir.
Eagle time.
Nah, fuck that shit.
Goodbye. Whoa, perfect.
Oh my god, one spawned in there as well.
Oh, return to the combat zone. Uh-oh. Come on, Fairplay.
As Thor said, I was running.
I can't run them slows. Brothers.
Oh, go. Boomer. That's not gonna turn if you run. Oh gosh. Oh. Is that a crusher? That's a crusher. Why don't have any fucking ammo on the launcher? There we go. Dude, you gotta stay yourself. Yep. I got it. Get ready. Oh, come over here. I think I loaded you. There's barrels. There's barrels. No. No. Holy crap. Holy crap.
It reminds me a little bit of Risk of Rain. I don't know if you played Risk of Rain. It reminds me of Risk of Rain, the enemies and stuff.
I'm gonna call my machine gun in. I should be able to pin their armor with it. I just need to call it in before he crushes me. Where is he? On me. Sally. Oh, there goes Emily.
We can't.
Reinforcing.
I was rushing F at the same time as
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I hit him with 2 fucking E3. I know he's fucking dead. Oh shoot, where's my... I'm dropping it out.
Oh god, that was...
Okay, fucking no. Got it.
I lost the sample over here, by the way.
Oh, I think we found the OSD plus though.
There it is.
Ow. Did I hit you? Yeah, what the heck? I don't think you damaged me. Yeah, it's like a 1 or 2 shots that just won't do anything, but they do like
When I hit this last
screen shake.
Dude, this place doesn't exist anymore.
Alright.
You can see what's inside this crate, right?
I don't know. What is that? Whoa.
Yeah, just watching some YouTube myself, you know.
52 taser. Oh, get ready to dodge.
I keep thinking about drinking.
We got it. That worked so well. That was so sick, Colin. I wanted to see if it was still alive. We were playing chicken with it. Alright, load. Yeah, try. Got you.
Oranges. Nah.
Eagle.
I was hanging out with this dude, we were just getting on it and stuff, and he told me there's another guy who called himself Lemon in this city. He's in some other area of here.
Thank you for going to my turret. Oh god. I'm gonna call my turret in on that note. Oh my gosh, what's happening behind me? What just happened to you guys?
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be some sort of insult or what, political, but leave it out.
Okay, oh, we got a.
Ammo's on the way. I got my launcher back. Drag it over here. We're gonna move these things. Yep.
We got.
I watch.
I'm gonna need that ammo.
I watch TV shows. I watch a couple of different YouTubers. Ones I like watching mostly: Russ Cook, Ginger Callum Friends, Callum's Corner, RSOSOS, Drew is Sharing, Quicksar, 42. I don't know. I name bombed a couple of like story episodical ones, you know, rather than just all UK people. You're gonna call yourself Banana Bananas, you do you. Cost £50. The prices are normally quite expensive. I really don't want to hit any bongs, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to smoke a couple because I can't cane the pen. I don't know when I'm getting another one, so I'm gonna have to smoke some weed and hash.
He's here. On me. Get to me. Come in.
Because I don't work, because I've got psychosis, bro. I'm going to be trying to get a job working from home eventually. That's the end game of being unemployed. My end game of not being unemployed anymore is me getting a job working from home. But I need a PC to do that, so that's an explanation of how I'm going to get a job. But it's not an explanation of why I'm unemployed.
I used it a minute ago. It covered our butt on our run here.
Alright, Mouse. I've had a bloody restaurant, not. Rubbing my cat's belly. Rubbing my cat's belly. And my feet get turned on the same. Laughing everywhere, she's just chilling. You're right, my friend. Why would any part of my life be any of your concern apart from when I'm live? You know? My personal life is none of your concern. Not that there is much of a personal life, because I literally just stream my whole life, talk about everything.
Boys pack. This is some glazed ice, and it claims 37%. This might be one of the highest claims I've ever seen. And I have a THC testing device, so let's test this to see if it's really 37%. Before we test this, I should probably say that we're not going to see that many outrageous percent claims coming out.
Can I borrow your phone a bit?
Yeah.
Send text.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to our shop.
Alright.
What's your new pen, man?
It's the same as your one.
Yeah.
Black cherry gelato.
It's pretty decent, man.
Blackberry gelato.
It was a 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'll speak to you in a
What are
bit.
you gonna do? Are you gonna get cash up? Are you gonna get cash up to pay me back?
Maybe. What would you prefer?
Money on my card so I can buy another pen.
Okay. Well, wait until we get back, and you can help me go through it.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Could you pick me up an energy drink?
Maybe.
Alright. Shut up, Brie up.
There's been a big legal change over there with how tests work. And one of the places that's saying it's already up to the new regulation is Bell Costa, which is who tests these jungle boys. But anyways, let's test this. 22% is what it's actually coming out to. I wonder what this glazed ice is going to claim in a month's time.
37%, but it's 22. That's horrific.
Very relevant.
Me? Cupid? I'm already.
Is it?
Yes!
Why were you confident about that?
I just feel like I...
Yes, Mary, that's great. We need another hand to be fair.
Unlucky, Woody.
Wow. We are getting there.
Oh my god, it's a random channel, Sky Sports Tennis, go and check it out.
Sky Sports Tennis, that's jokes.
Mama! Good boy, Mama. Mama.
That was a Penny Bunny saying that a dog can talk, but it wasn't even on videos. Kids remain creepy voices. Is that King Cobra in the chat?
Yeah, look at that nose. That bitch looks like a fucking.
His little critters keep getting knocked off the couch. I feel like he's starting to get really pressed about that. He's starting to
I mean, my guys.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're like some chick isn't coming.
I need the caffeine to function, to provide the contents.
Oh, he's getting pressure. Dude, you're going to stop moving. My YouTube trolls. Holy shit, people. Alcohol. Goddamn, stuff to drink up the storm. Look, if you're gonna get caught, get some money for weed and smoke and. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not complaining. No, I'm not complaining either.
What's up, Mulder, mate? Are you in the lofts today? Loft Andy.
You want to get with that, Boosie? Damn.
Hello, Cat. What are you up to, mate? You alright? No? close. Go on now. No. Well, I guess I should start smoking some weed. I just washed my face. So I hope that's not the vibe I give off Jaden. Although I am still very I am still cripplingly hurt that he got my channel terminated. So yeah, I am about to cry. Looking skinnier, yeah. I've not been drinking that much. Actually, that's a lie. I have been. I washed my face because I had like fucking sleep in my eye and my eyebrows get dandruffy shit, so. When I get a newer phone, you guys will be able to see like the fucking the bit of like sleet in my eye with this fucking high definition shit. I was packing up a bowl. It's not a big one. In fact, that will do. I'll put that back in the bag. Team Snapchat just sent me a message. A little bit of hash. There's a little bit there. Because listen, stop asking me to get a job. It doesn't concern you if I'm working or not. When I'm ready and once I'm back on, basically as soon as I'm back online, I'm going to be trying to look for customer service roles working from home. Not massively challenging roles, I was also thinking about data entry, but I would have to get good at typing. Is that what it says? Has anyone got any tragic Valentine's Day stories? Has anyone got any tragic Valentine's Day stories? I think Matey Man is just fucking... really doesn't. I hate people like that. That's all they can say, really. Breaking up some buds. Take 5, Phil Jones, you weirdo. If anyone else want to add to that, feel free. I'm gonna go, guys. Take it easy. I'll be live later on. My brother's gonna want to use my phone, so I'm gonna have to go pretty soon anyway. I could stay until then. Let's have a quick brief look at YouTube. No, nothing new. I'll take it easy, man. I might as well stay on a little bit longer. I wish I had a PC and I'll buy a desk straight away. My chair sucks. It's a really shitty chair. I was thinking about getting some blinds for my window. Just so my curtains aren't closed all the time, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But the cat, I've seen videos of cats being stuck in blinds, and that's like, that must be like not good. So that's out of the question. You alright, little cat? I actually get fucking anxiety with my curtains open. What's up, pause for pot? Smoking this. You thought it was a blunt wrap, yeah. Blunts used to be pretty fun, but you had to be good at rolling them. We used to have blunt, well, we had a day where we had a fuck ton of weed and we all just smoked blunts all day. And we went to the Pits, which is basically a place that plays rock music and shit. And I just sat around a corner from there smoking blunts instead of going inside. Jack's here.